God bless you. Gentleman from Kentucky is recognized for question.
Thank the chairman. I mean, the federal government thinks they've found some tremendous loophole. They've got lawyers who've erected this really shaky scaffolding of a legal framework. The problem is so much of what they're doing is supposedly legal, but it's not constitutional. Once you've taken all of these steps that they have taken, it's not constitutional. That's what we're wrestling with. The Twitter files are abhorrent. Thank goodness that Elon Musk bought this company and released this stuff. And I think it really disturbs a majority of Americans to think that they're federal government agents, whether they're at the FBI or the CDC, sitting around watching social media posts, individual users, social media posts. Like, when did Congress ever direct the CDC or the FBI to become the police of social media? Not for things that are illegal, but for things that they may decide they don't want other American people to hear. Because it goes against a narrative that the government is putting out. Anything that goes against what the government wants you to hear is disinformation. This is the problem. Who defines disinformation? They got it wrong. Whoever was defining it for Hunter Biden's laptop sure as hell got it wrong. That wasn't disinformation. So, and by the way, it's not their job to sit there. I mean, what level of appropriation did we appropriate to the FBI to go be the Facebook police force, to sit there and watch individuals' users' posts to see what they're putting out that's wrong? What might be a legitimate function of the government is to look at that, try to notice trends, and then to put out their own view of the thing, not to go, I mean, the FBI has a Facebook page, CDC has a Twitter account. They regularly get ratioed for the ridiculousness they put on social media. It's so ridiculous. Most social media users don't believe most of it. Go look at the CDC's account. That's their outlet for controlling the narrative. Also, the CDC has spent hundreds of millions of dollars. We appropriated $1 billion for them to advertise, to promote the vaccines. We did. In a congressional bill, we gave them $1 billion. Here, go promote the vaccines. We didn't give them $1 billion to say, go work with social media companies to try and ban users who say things that you don't like. Cross a line when when the government names individual users, when they send spreadsheets over to social media companies, or when the White House specifically does this and says, please, I think you should ban these people. It doesn't matter that it's a term of service. Those are private contracts. It is not up to the federal government to enforce these private contracts. And American people know this. I mean, I'm not going to kid myself. There aren't too many American people watching the Rules Committee right now. But when this gets to the floor, they'll watch that debate. And frankly, they're not going to be able to follow some of these ridiculous arguments about compelled speech. And that because when they go read the bill and see that it doesn't really do what some people on the other side of the aisle are saying it does. So, I mean, it's unfortunate that this bill is necessary. I don't know why the FBI or the CDC thought it was their mission to police social media accounts for things that they didn't like.